we went to Hollywood Beach, Florida to visit Wladimir Klitschko.
Why are you saying it like that?
Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, there's no boxing going on right now. So we're going to dig back into the annals of our past.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a phrase people say? Let's talk about the time. This is one of the most cherished moments of my career in boxing, anyway. Is we traveled to Florida, to Hollywood Beach, Florida, to visit Wladimir Klitschko in training camp when he was preparing to defend his heavyweight championship against Bryant Jennings. Okay, it was one of his last title defenses before he lost to Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a big deal.
Yeah, and so to give you some context,
Kelsey... The biggest context is we didn't travel around a lot of places to visit with heavyweight champions.
Well, yeah, that's not like a normal thing for us. But during that time, we had a period of a couple years where you were hired by Boxing Channel to provide video content. Mm-hmm. And occasionally... We were
the C team.
Have the opportunity...
Remember we called ourselves the C team?
Yeah.
Because there was like the A team, it was Al Bernstein and...
Obviously.
Yeah, and like Steve Farhood, and then the B team, which was actually a pretty solid little A team too. And then there was us, the people, like, when you didn't want to send those guys, you send us there.
When they don't go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would occasionally get an opportunity to travel for boxing. Rarely ever happened to us.
As a C team, it was rare,
yeah.
But it did happen.
So we somehow got this opportunity to travel to Hollywood Beach, Florida. We were also, historically in our lives, we've been married almost 15 years now. We've not always had the disposable income for vacations. So we often...
Let's say that a different way. We've not made that choice.
We've not made the choice to spend our money on vacations. We would probably like to change that in the future. Yeah. But coronavirus, whatnot. We're at home.
Looks like we're not doing anything this year. Actually, I have some ideas. That's beyond the point of this. We're not ever going to get to the topic.
I'm trying. So we went. This was a vacation/work trip. We often did this. We were like, we'll get to travel. But the important thing to know here is that the payment for the video content we were going to provide.
You have to get the video content.
Paid for the trip.
Yeah.
So what we were going to do on the trip paid for the trip. You know,
yeah.
We put it on a credit card and then we pay it back. That's important to know. Really exciting. We get to go interview. So Wladimir Klitschko, his his manager, has a whole press thing set up, right? A whole day's worth of press events, and there's all kinds of press there. Vlad is going to be working
the knockout. I think it's called the Heavyweight Factory. But yeah, it was like their media day, and it was awesome. We got to watch Klitschko spar.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think we'd get to do that. But
he sparred somebody.
He sparred Joseph Parker, who eventually won a heavyweight title. And anyway, it was all a really awesome, great thing.
Yes. And then we thought the first half of the day was going to be interviews, but it ended up seeing him work out.
Yeah.
And so I'm taking pictures, I'm taking video, all kinds of stuff while he works out. And then the second half of the day comes, and who is his manager?
It's not his manager. It's his media relations person, which Bernie, I don't know how to say his last name. Bamusel? Triple B Promotions. Triple B is a double B. Something.
He lets Kelsey know and okay, you're next or whatever. So we kind of switch over to okay, now we're going to do interviews. And I was Kelsey's how's your battery? So as a photographer, I'm a amateur photographer, whatever I have a little bit of experience with photography.
Yeah, an amateur like an amateur, if she was a fighter, she was an amateur fighter who has participated in tournaments. Not like an amateur fighter who just spars. She's done this.
Yeah, and so I was the person behind the camera. And one thing that happens is your battery doesn't last a super long time. You need multiple batteries. They need to be ready to go. And my batteries, I had 3 batteries.
They were ready, baby!
They were all ready to go. And so when Kelsey, we were getting ready to do the interview, and Kelsey's like, hey, do you have a battery? And I go, I'm on my last one, but it's a full battery.
But it's a freshie.
And yeah, we're good. We're good, Kelsey.
So anyway, and it's exciting. And this is one of the interviews. Very rarely do I prepare for things like this. But like I was ready, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he had fun stuff. Like, yeah.
Visiting the heavyweight champion of the world while he was heavyweight champion of the world, and it being Wladimir Klitschko, somebody that we like admired and liked to watch him fight.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I was so excited. I'm over there talking to Vlad, and I got a microphone, you know, and talking to him. Anyway, and then I'm doing it. And as the video goes on, like I can see Rachel behind the camera.
So here I am holding my camera.
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden, Rachel's face starts to like show some concern while I'm talking to Vlad. So I'm doing my thing and I'm looking over at her and I'm like, what, you know? And then like at one point she's just like, you know, like.
Well, I'm like this. Here, I have it, and I'm looking, and I see on the screen while I'm filming, right, the battery thing is like going. I'm like, oh shit, you know? And then it's just.
It goes off.
It's off. I'm looking at a black screen, and I kid you not, guys. I'm just sitting there. Before I tell Kelsey with my eyes, I'm just like, huh.
How do I look at this?
Like, here's Wladimir.
How do I deal with this event?
Klitschko. And so I slowly, like, put the camera down, and, like, I stopped filming. And Kelsey's like, I imagine in your head, like.
I was like, what the hell
why is Rachel not filming?
So anyway, it became apparent that obviously the camera was dead. And so what did I do, Rachel? I just kept interviewing Vlad, you know?
He had his mic. Like, he just kept, we're not capturing.
I don't know. That might have been a great interview.
The interview.
But I finished it. We did it. We got it done. We got that interview done.
And then we walked away and we were like, what the, like, because remember, we told you what the content we provide, on, like, create on this trip pays for the trip. Mm. We had no content. Like, I had what? Some video and photos of Vlad sparring?
I was less.
That's not enough?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we definitely wanted that content. I mean, I was, obviously, to me, it was less important than that part of it because we had other jobs and stuff at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, it was important. But, like, the biggest thing was here I am and, like, talking to Wladimir Klitschko on this interview that it's, like, a big deal. It's the biggest thing that I had really done in boxing. And we totally botched it.
But here's the important, like, I won't forget, like, that feeling.
Yeah,
like, I just felt like, it was like, like, you know how when you were a little kid and, like, you fell off the monkey bars onto your back and got the air knocked out of you? That's how I felt. Like, it was like, so, this is what something that, like, I really, like, admire is rather than just give up, right? Like, you went and you told Bernie.
I mean, I'm going to pick myself up, dust myself off. This happens to me in my life all the time. And I'm like, well, I guess I got to go back in there, you know, and get my butt kicked again. And it's a little humiliating, but.
Right, but you went to Bernie and you were like, hey, here's what happened. And here, just to let you guys know, I was prepared. One of the batteries I had was
It just died.
It was new.
Yeah.
So even though I had charged it at home, I hadn't used it yet. And so it immediately died. Like, it was a junk battery. It was a dud. I hadn't, like, how would I prepare for that?
How would an amateur prepare? Now, a professional would know probably by then if some of this crap happened to them. But
this didn't, like, Rachel didn't know. Like, I was like, oh, I had no idea that, like, one of my batteries was a dud. So, anyway, he asked Bernie, who is very kind, and says, hey, like, he gets us another spot.
We got back in
that line. We get up to Vlad, and I think Bernie is like, tells him this, like, because we're obviously like, we're here again. I don't know if Vlad would have recognized that we were there again, because he was oblivious to the whole thing that happened. I mean, I must have been like
really good interview, though.
White as a ghost, you know, because I remember the feeling I had.
Happened to him before.
He's like, I don't know. Sometimes photographers just, like, go pale as a sheet around me.
Yeah. I've been humiliated a lot in boxing. That's one of the times.
So we go back. While we're waiting our turn, I have a battery on a charger. So it's not fully charged, guys. I have a battery with, like, it's red on my thing. And I'm like, okay. I pull out my camera, and then I pull out my cell phone.
You had your cell phone.
And I have... The camera works for a little bit, and then it shuts off again. Pull,
That's right, and we had to edit that thing together, right?
We filmed the rest of the interview on a cell phone, and the aspect ratio is off, so it made editing difficult.
Yeah, for me.
Regardless.
We got it done, though, people.
We got content, and we got it turned in, and hey, it still turned out pretty good.
We'll drop
It's one of my favorite things. We will have links because my favorite thing that we did out of that whole thing was Kelsey came up with an idea of doing a this or that interview
it worked out really well.
Wladimir Klitschko with like the best questions. Like one of Kelsey's questions was kisses or hugs. Like that was one of his questions. Like how great is that with like Wladimir, who was like a giant, right? Like he towers over Kelsey. So we'll link that so you can watch the video, and it's pretty great.
If you got this far in this absurdly long video, then you might as well watch the other ones too.
Hey, but we enjoyed the rest of our vacation, except that we got really sunburnt, and that made our trip home on the airplane a little bit uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. But we enjoyed our time at Hollywood Beach, Florida.
Yeah. You know what? It's not uncomfortable. When you like, comment, and subscribe to Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel. Where else are you going to get top quality? Okay, I mean, it doesn't lack quality. There's some kind of quality to what we do here at Real Talk. Especially now during the coronavirus pandemic. You don't have anything else to do. You might as well just hang out with us. Just hang out with us. We went to Hollywood Beach, Florida to visit Wladimir Klitschko.
Why are you saying it like that?
There, Rachel bought a shirt, but that shirt's thing was askew. So we went through this big thing with the people where she bought the shirt. Remember they didn't want to give you your money back?
Yeah, and then they ended up mailing me a new shirt for free. Like, they charged me nothing, and then I felt, like, kind of bad. I was like, oh, am I one of those people that, like, sends their order back? Like...
But the shirt was messed up. It's not your fault.
To be fair, I was willing to pay for the whole new shirt. I really wanted the souvenir for the thing.
Souvenir.
Note to self, if you get a t-shirt made at one of those shops where they do the screen print right there in the shop,
maybe check it out for you.
Open it in the store and see if it's on there crooked or not.
Man, that's one of my very favorite memories, though, is going to visit. I mean, you got to hang out with the heavyweight champion of the world for...
Yeah.
It was a long... We were there for like 5 hours or something. Like, It was a big whole thing. It was a big deal. I've been to some of the media days that are not like that at all.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.